My name is Njoki Ndirangu. I am 25 years old. I'm a health and fitness coach, but I think I can also rephrase that and say I'm a health and wellness coach because it's not just about fitness. I am also a martial artist. Talking of martial arts, it's been a journey, and for me that's what it's a journey from martial arts into fitness. I think I started martial arts about when I was about 14 years old. In high school, I was fortunate enough to get a high school that has that as a sport, because I now realize as I'm talking to other people that it's not that common. For me, being inside there, I thought it was quite common. So I got into a high school. I went to Bishop Gatimugando Girls High School, which is in Nyeri. I went to JKUAT University. I represented them in a couple of games, East African tournaments and stuff like that, because we used to have university games that were held across, Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, the East African community. Now, when I came from martial arts is when I joined fitness, and now fitness has been a big part of my life for, I say, the last 3-4 years. That's where I'm at right now. I'm a whole human resource manager. Believe it or not, I did HR in campus, but I kind of really wanted to know. I knew what I wanted to do from when I was a kid, but my parents thought I was joking. So I enrolled for HR, and then of course I continued playing sports because, you see, I had already started playing karate when I was in high school. So when I came to campus, I just kind of continued because I'd already been in the community. I knew a lot of people. I was already winning games. So for me, that was just a natural progression from martial arts into fitness, because after I finished campus, human resource didn't really tick anything in me, and I was like, no. So the main motivation was I wanted to monetize. I wanted to get a career out of what I'm doing. And we all know, I don't think it's a secret, that sports don't quite pay well in our country. So I was just thinking to myself, how well or how else can I transform my passion and what it is that I'm doing into a career? Because I didn't want to be stuck for the rest of my life doing something that I didn't want, which is HR. I just did it because my parents wanted me to. But I don't regret that, because it's given me skills, it's given me knowledge to know how to run a couple of things here and there. So when I got to that point where I'm done with school now and I have to go look for a job, I don't want to go look for a normal job. So how do I translate my martial arts skills into, how do I let people pay me for what I know, for the service? So I actually started with just coaching a couple of kids, karate, self-defense, holding women's seminars for self-defense and stuff like that. And then slowly, after I started meeting a few friends who do fitness here and there, going to the gym, and then I realized, oh wow, this actually does make sense. And then I don't know, it was just kind of a natural flow. In situations of harassment or abuse, you find that most of the time, if it's the both genders, the woman is on the side that's compromised. So if I have skills and if I can help a woman or two just learn something, and people think self-defense is all about fighting. When you hear the word self-defense, often you just think about me telling you how to kick someone or how to beat someone. But no, really, it's just thinking about how not to find yourself in particular situations, because if you can avoid particular situations, then you don't have to go to the point of removing yourself there, because if you can prevent it, then you've prevented so many more things, that because you don't know how it could have ended. You might think you have the skills and everything, but you don't know, things end badly. So I mostly actually even try and teach women and generally people to just avoid bad situations. But also, if it gets there, then this is what we do. There is the sports, karate, and then there is self-defense. So a lot of people see people playing sport and they're like, but no, that doesn't apply in the street. If you hit me like that, it's not going to. So we do translate what we do in the sport to try and teach just a normal person, because it depends on what you need. Like when you come to the gym, fitness-wise, everyone has different reasons why they come to the gym. Some people are coming to lose weight. Some people are coming for fitness. Some people are athletes. So the same way you train an athlete is not the same way you train a person who's just a normal person who's looking to lose weight, a couple of pounds. It's the same way. So for me, self-defense was just a way to translate martial arts to a normal person, because not everyone wants to play sports. Not everyone wants to go to the national team, but maybe some people want to know a couple of things here and there regarding martial arts. Fitness for me is one of those things that I tell people, go to the gym at least once in your life. Just make sure you go to the gym. It gives you a new perspective to life. And of course, just talking about it from a point of a coach, you do find those people, number one, who look at you and they think you're too much, because your body, of course, over time, you build muscle, which is what we're chasing. When you do understand the science of muscle, that's what you want to be chasing. Every lady at some point should just undergo. I feel like that's something that in the future I would be fighting for in terms of going to schools. It's something that I've done, introduced self-defense programs and martial arts to schools, especially girls' schools, because the situation in which we are living in right now, unfortunately, is very sad. Try and learn. And now this is the thing. Self-defense isn't just about fighting. Let me tell you what's funny, is that most of the time when I teach people, there is more theory than there is practical. Because self-defense is it's like, what can I say? It's like making you into a whole new person that you're not. I can't tell you to hit someone if your entire 32, 30, 40, whatever years, 20 years, you haven't hit anyone. It's not that easy. So you just can't walk, and there are people who do that, the instructors who do that. You start to teach people self-defense and you tell them, if this happens, just do this, hit the guy and run. But you don't realize, if you're not a violent person, that is just not going to come out one day and you hit someone no, because that's not in your mind. You're not programmed to do that. If I gave you a gun right now, trust me, even if I told you to shoot the person who you hate the most, you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't do it. It's not that easy. Even if I told you to hit the person I told you to hit your ex or someone who's, made you angry, you will not do it if you've not hit someone before. So it's more of a psychology journey of making you understand. For me, this is what self-defense is. Helping you to try and avoid the situation in the first place. Helping you to understand your predator, your proprietor, the other person, helping you to understand them. Because what happens is, in situations like that, we so much think about, you don't even know your own personal reaction. Those are some of the things that I teach women. Do you know your personal reaction to fear? Do you know your personal reaction to an attack? Because there are three reactions. There's freeze, there's fight, and there's freeze, there's flight, and there's fight. Look at the way you behave when you say maybe a motorbike or a car just bumps into you and just hoots. There are people who cross the road quickly. There are people who freeze. And the people who look at the driver and they're like, you guys, when you are not seeing the road. Those are the three reactions we have to fear. But you see, if I just teach you how to fight and you don't even know what your reaction is, maybe I'm teaching you how to fight and your reaction is to flee. That can't work. Maybe I'm teaching you how to flee and your reaction, you're a person who, when you're mad, you want to fight. So a person like you, what should I be teaching you? How to calm your emotions down. So self-defense really is a whole science, and it's more psychological than it is actually physical. Surprisingly, martial arts is a sport that instills a lot of discipline into you. Discipline that you didn't even have. I feel like people have this mentality of, if I'm like this and I beat people, what about if I know a little bit of martial arts? I'm like, if you knew it, you'd shut up. Trust me. People who walk around just aimlessly, or people who just get drunk, and there are very few people. But people who've trained, you wouldn't know. Because we're so humbled, we're so disciplined. You realize that some of the things you would do are actually life-threatening. And you don't want blood in your hands. Something that could look simple to you is not simple to a person. You could just do something and in the split of a second, someone is gone. So we do realize how much that is that we have, the skill that we have. So we just tone it down, yeah? But for the biggest advice, I think I would say it's not a pretty sport, but if you want to get into it, be ready to do the work. This is why I fell in love with fitness. I'm not a smart girl. I'm not the A student. I am not the physics, chemistry, whatever kind of chick in school. I'm not. But I'm a practical person, and this is what I like with fitness, or generally martial arts and things that are practical. If you put in the work, you get the results.